Yo, what's up guys, we're back, and this time we got a little bit of a different video. As you can see here, this is my PC. Now this is the one that I built myself. I'm actually not done building it yet. There's still like 2 more things I want to order for it, that I just haven't had the money to get just yet, but I'm planning to get them soon. As you can see, she's a little dusty. I need to clean her out. That's why I dragged her out today, because I'm gonna clean all the dust out. But I figured while I have her out, I might as well give you guys a little tour of what we got going on inside here. I've had a few people ask what I use for my rig. And this is what we got. So this case, which this is not included, this is a USB hub that I literally super glued to the side of it. And then this is like a little Xbox controller dongle that lets me use Xbox controllers. And I have all the wiring for that running underneath around to the back here. So that's not included. But the case here, this is a NZXT Phantom full tower case, if you're interested in that. But let's go ahead and show what we got in here. So in here, we have 2 optical drives, DVD and blue player. Then we have our little storage area where I can put a bunch of stuff in there. Then we have this little space here, which I actually haven't put anything there yet. I'm still debating what I'm going to put there. But then we also have this. This is one of my favorite parts that I installed here. And that is a little, let's see, here we go. This is where my hard drive is. So that's a hot swap bay for my hard drive. And you can see we have a WD 2 terabyte drive in there, and that just kind of pops right in, and there we go. So that's my hard drive. So if for whatever reason I ever need to leave my computer and I need my drive, I can just pull that right out the front real easy. I think that part was like $18, something like that, so it's not super expensive. I'll try to leave some of these parts in the description. Links to them in the description. I'm not sure how many of them I'll actually be able to find and put in there, but here we go. So let's go ahead and take this panel off. Now, I actually only have 1 screw holding this panel on, which I recommend if you're going to build a PC, don't do that. I just have it like that because the bottom one down here I bent, so it actually doesn't go in properly anymore. Let's see, so that panel just pops right off, and you can see she's a little dusty. I'm going to clean her out today, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But let's go ahead. You can see we have 2 fans down here. There's actually a 3rd fan that's not included with the case that you can buy to go there. I should note that all of the NZXT fans, these 2, this one here, and this big-ass one in the top, are all included with the case. So when you buy the case, it'll come with these 4 fans. And I believe they were already installed when I got it. I don't remember if I had to put the fans in, but there we go. So if you're interested in this case, 4 of the fans do come included. And I believe, I'm not sure if these ones have it, but I know the big one has blue LEDs. So there we go. So let's just unplug those 2 so I can move this panel. And there we go. So I'm just going to set that aside. And now we can get a look at what we got going on here. So right here is the new graphics card that I just put in, or GPU. And that is a 1050 Ti Superclock. And that's what I have rocking in there now. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm missing one of the little covers here. It's somewhere in my parts room, so I'm gonna find that and put that back on. So we have a GTX 1050 Ti Superclock, and then under here, we have a stock Intel cooler, and then under here we have a Intel Core i3 CPU, which is a little outdated, but for what I use it for, it works just fine. Then moving on to RAM, we currently have Kingston RAM. We have 6 gigabytes of RAM, which is terrible. That's like my huge bottleneck right now is my RAM. But I will be buying more RAM soon. This is just whatever I had lying around in the parts room when I built this PC. So we're at 6 gigabytes Kingston RAM right now. We're going to be moving up to 16 gigabytes of heat-shielded RAM pretty soon. That's going to cost me about $110. But that's the RAM that I have in there right now. And then you can see moving on over here, you can see our optical drives. You can see our hard drive in this little bay here, which actually is really cleverly designed the way they have it built. Then moving on down here, we have a PCIe to SATA adapter, and we have 3 SATA cables plugged in. That's for our optical drives. And then if we move on here, if we follow this little blue wire here, you will see we have another hard drive right here. Now this, I believe, is a Hitachi drive. I'm not going to take it out because it's a bit of a pain in the ass compared to the other one, but I believe that's a Hitachi. It's a 500 gigabyte drive. So we have a 2 terabyte drive, and then we have a 500 gigabyte drive. And this is my backup drive. I have both of them installed with Windows 10. So if I take out my main drive out of the hot swap dock, I can still use this computer because this also has Windows 10 on it. So that's why I have that guy. It's just kind of my backup drive. And then we're moving on to the motherboard itself. The motherboard is actually a stock Acer board. This is a Acer Aspire board, and it comes with their Acer Aspire desktop, which the computer itself I think is like $300 when I got it, which nowadays you can probably pick them up for like 200, you know. But yeah, so we have a 1050 Ti superclock. We have our PCIe to SATA adapter. We have our Core i3 Intel, 6 gigabytes Kingston RAM on an Acer Aspire motherboard. We have 2 optical drives. Then we have a 2 terabyte WD hard drive in a hot swap bay, a little storage container here. We have another Hitachi 500 gigabyte drive there, and then we're using an EVGA 500 watt power supply 80 plus. And that's pretty much our entire rig right now. And the good thing about having this big ass case is it helps with thermals a lot, because we have a fairly small motherboard, so it gives it a lot of room to breathe. If you were trying to put all of these same parts into, let's say, like a mid tower, you know, your thermals are going to go up a bit because it doesn't have enough room to breathe. With this, you know, it's a small, fairly small motherboard and all that, and it has a lot of room to breathe in here. So that's why I have a full tower. Plus, buying a full tower case gives you plenty of room to expand later on if you ever want to use it for anything else. So that's what we're dealing with right now inside my PC that I've been using. Again, I do plan to change these out for 16 gigabyte DDR3 heat shielded RAM. And I do plan to put something here. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. I'm debating on whether getting another hot swap bay so I can put my other drive up there, or I might put another storage box there, or like card reader. I might put a USB card reader there. I haven't really decided yet. But yeah, so that is our entire rig there for everybody who's been wondering. And I only recently put the 1050 Ti in there. What we were using before that is actually over here in my parts room. I call this my parts room. It's more like a shelf. But you can see I have the leftovers of an old Alienware desktop here that my buddy gave me. There's just a bunch of shit in there. An old laptop that for a little while I had working as like an all-in-one desktop because, you know, it got like super fucked up to the point that I couldn't bring it anywhere anymore. But now it's just sitting here. Some power supplies, a little keyboard off of the laptop, a motherboard that I never even used, you know, the box for our super clock that's in our current PC. These are actually some old HP server boards in there that I plan to use for something later down the road. You can see we got a couple drives in the back there. You know, these drives didn't work anymore, so I went ahead and just smashed the shit out of them. You can see there. Let's see. You can see there some of the remnants. Let's see. It looks like we have some SATA cables back here. Yeah, we got some SATA cables. We have this, actually, which I plan to put on that PC over there eventually. I just haven't gotten it to fit yet, and that's a server grade heatsink there that a buddy of mine got out of a server maintenance tower. So I plan to put that on there eventually, and then we move on down here and we got, you know, an old desktop, and this guy is actually our original GPU. So this is what we were using for about 11 months on the channel. This guy is what ran all of our live streams and all that shit. And now we don't need him anymore, because now we got this bad boy right here. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we got going on here. I do plan to build another PC once I'm done with this guy. I haven't decided what I'm going to use it for yet, but the last things I want to do with this before I'll consider it done is I want to put that server heatsink on here. It doesn't quite fit. It's like 1 millimeter off, so I'm going to have to modify it to actually get it to fit. I plan to change this out with the 16 gigabyte dual channel DDR3 RAM, and I plan to put something here. I'm not sure what it is yet. But after that, this PC will pretty much be done, and then I'll move on to building another one, because I actually really like building these. This guy here is about 3 years in the making of just saving up money and buying it piece by piece. And she's almost done. So after that, we'll move on to something else. But yeah, so this is the PC that we are currently using. And that's about it. So I'm gonna go, because I have to clean all the dust out of this fucking thing. But I thought while I'm doing this, I might as well do a video just to show you guys, you know, for anybody who's been asking, you know, what I'm using. But yeah, that's about it. So thank all you guys for watching, and I'll see all you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.